Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm coming on today to share a tutorial of how I made this 4-panel screen card. It's quite simple to make. Okay, this is a piece of basic black. It is 15.2 centimeters by 28 centimeters, scored at 7, 14 and 21. I will put this and imperial measurements over on my blog, so don't worry about it. The other colours I've used is Cherry Cobbler and Whisper White, and I've cut. The Cherry Cobbler is 12.7 centimetres by 6.5 and the Whisper White is half a centimetre shorter, so 12.2 by 6 centimetres, and that just gives a little border. I'm going to stamp on the 4 white panels first, and then I'll show you how I made the little feet on here. So I've used stamps from 2 stamp sets. The main one is Power of Hope, which is one of the free stamp sets that you can earn during sale-a-bration, which is up to the end of March. And then I'm using 2 of the images from this, the Colourful Season stamp set, which is really versatile. So let me get on with the stamping. I'm using a mixture, Memento Black and Soft Suede, to do my stamping. Where I'm colouring with blends, I'm using the Memento so that that doesn't bleed. We also need a little scrap of Whisper White to do the lanterns, which I'm going to stamp, colour in and then cut out. So let me just stamp the lady first so that I can kind of see where she's going to go. Fabulous. I'm going to quickly clean her off because I want to stamp her again on some DSP. Now this is from the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper, and I just want to stamp her on there, and then I'm going to fussy cut the dress. So we've got the lanterns, and I'm going to do 3 of those to stamp that up here. So I'm going to do that. That was in Smoky Slate, and then I'm going to stamp the tree 3 times on this sheet, and each time I'm just going up, I'm just taking it off to the side a little bit. Quite cute. And then the sentiment, got it up the right way. Today is a day for new beginnings. And then I'm going to stamp the pagoda in basic black because I'm going to colour it with blends in there. So sentiment on the last piece. Hope is the power that makes all things possible. I just think that is a really lovely sentiment. But we need petal pink. Bring the branches for this in that way. Bring that there, and I love this stamp set because you can, it's photopolymer, you can see through it, and if you just take a little bit of time, you can line it up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's quite easy in the right place. Difficult because I stamp with my head over the top of it, and nobody really wants to see my grey hair, so get those out of the way. And then what I did for this last one is I just used the top of the tree, stamped off once, and then just ran it along the edge. It just gives a nice little sort of airy fairy edging. And of course you could I wasn't sure whether I'm going to write on this panel, but if you didn't want what you were writing to someone to be visible when this card is sort of, I'm kind of thinking people would keep this card as it's quite a nice one. Or is that just me? I love displaying cards that I get. I'm very lucky. I get some beautiful handmade cards. Hopefully this is on camera. You can see it just creates a nice little edge there, and that will dry quite nicely. So I'm going to close those up, put those aside for cleaning, and bring in some stamping blends. So let's have a look. I'm going to quickly fussy cut our lady's dress. And I'm going to take it up to the collar. Probably speed this bit up because it's very dull, isn't it? This and the colouring in, I don't think you really need to. There we go. Now, what we're going to do, where is those? So I usually colour in anything that before I'm gonna fussy cut. So that one's done. Bring in my blends, and this doesn't have to be, I'm not blending, I'm just wanting to give an impression here. Colours, that the tree has some colour and there's some, but it's not floating, so that there's some grass there. But anybody that's really good at colouring will be gasping with horror, I'm sure. Excuse the squeaks. But my phone hasn't run out of battery, which would be sod's law, wouldn't it? There we go, that looks like it's needs a bit more colour. So I am going to, that looks like I need a new blend actually. So I think what I will do, having said I won't do any blending, I'll just come in and a bit of dark in there. This is it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it's just better. I'm going to go over the bottom of that so that, again, it's not floating, but it's got the grass. Managing to smudge everything, which is not very good. There we go. I'm going to colour her hair with the bronze. Her hair to be kind of colour. It fits in quite well with the soft suede. I'm going to have her just on a little bit of smoky slate so that she's not floating in the air. The light petal pink there just for her neck, and what I did for the brolly was tie it in and bring in a little bit of colour. I did her brolly in the light calypso coral because I thought that kind of tied in quite well with the colours. I'll just come in to give it a little bit of shading. sure I shouldn't be leaving some light spots or and now I'm going to come in with that same, just to come in with a little bit of colour. To the pagoda. This is so pretty, this image. I hope I've got that going straight. I have. In a little bit, I've got the cherry cobbler. Yep. There we go. My first one, I probably took a little bit more time to do it so that it was a little bit neater. There we go. And there is the one. I'm going to the dark smoky slate and just the lanterns. I very rarely use this wider brush tip. I usually use the other end. I'm going to use light Calypso coral to add a little bit of colour. You don't always have to use the matching. I'm going to quickly fussy cut those out. So they're rather lovely, and then they're ready to stick. So I'm just going to stick that lady on. Now I did think that actually when I've got a little bit more time, because I wanted this to be quite a quick tutorial for you all, because I thought I made it too long it would be a bit boring for you. There we go. So I've got my basic black stamping marker and just want to put that across there, and then that gives me something to hang my, oh, a bit low, hang my lanterns from. I'll pop those just off to one side because I'll stick those on after I've got everything together. So let's show you the base, and I used the Everyday Label Punch for it. So we need the folds going that way, so I'm going to just quickly get my bone folder. It's 5:30. The light is slowly going. I did 2 at a time, so I'm kind of lining up at the top, and then I'm just gauging so that it's sort of halfway through the middle, this bit here. So double, make sure it's in the middle, make sure it's that straight and pin. Now to line up what I did, I just took a pencil and drew around those two. So you just make little marks, and then again with the last 2 panels, that just gives you a little bit of a guide. So if you can see those marks, take it through and you have got it all there. Perfect. So then it's a quick and simple of gluing everything together. So I'm going to try and get done. So you'll see I don't use very much of the glue. This Tombow glue is rather lovely. It's so strong. And it does give you a little bit of wiggle room. Trees. Haven't got it straight the first time round. Would probably be easier as well if I wasn't doing it, holding it up as you try and get it straight. There we go. It's been an absolute miserable day today in Sussex, but I guess we're very lucky that we haven't got the flooding that they've got in other areas further north. If you haven't got a demonstrator and you would like to purchase any of these items, there will be a link to my shop. I would love to support you and send you some lovely bits and pieces. There'll be links below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, then please do. I would love to hear what you think of this little card. It was inspired by a lady called Diane Evans, who's another demonstrator, I think from America, and she did a beautiful 3-panel card that was heat embossed, and it was black and gold, and it was just lovely, and it inspired me to have a go. And I just put that up the right way round. There we go. So there we have it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will try and restart making weekly videos. Thanks for watching.